What's up guys, Billy here, and today I wanted to take some time to talk about the brand new drone from DJI, the Phantom 4 Advanced. Now if you guys aren't familiar with this drone, it came out on April 13th, 2016, or that's at least when they announced it. I checked their website, it looks like it's going to take around 15 to 20 days to actually ship to you. So you could be waiting a little under a month for this drone, so don't get your hopes up like you're going to be getting it next week, as they are still in the process of getting it all finalized and ready. So anyway, in today's video, again, I wanted to give some of my opinions and thoughts on this brand new drone. In fact, on the day that they released it, I woke up kind of late, and I saw a lot of people commenting on my videos about a brand new DJI drone, and I was like going nuts. I was like so hyped, and then I was kind of let down because it was just a Phantom 4 Advanced. But anyway, it's not a bad drone whatsoever. Again, I want to go over some of the specs of it, go over some of the comparisons between the other drones, and then at the end do a little bit of speculating. So anyway guys, let's jump into the video. Now just a quick summary of some of the things that I'm going to discuss. I want to go over what the Phantom 4 Advanced actually is. So it's basically the Phantom 4 body mixed with the Phantom 4 Pro's camera, and they're kind of like putting it into one. It's almost like a Frankenstein of two drones. Maybe they had some leftover cameras, maybe they had some leftover bodies, and they kind of put it together and made a drone. I'm not sure. The first thing that I do want to mention or really go over is the comparison between the release dates of the Phantom 3 series as well as the Phantom 4 series. In April of 2015, the Phantom 3 Advanced and Professional were released. 11 months later, in March of 2016, the Phantom 3 Standard and 4K were released to the public, giving us 4 different drones to choose from when it comes to the Phantom 3 series. About a month later, so we're moving from March 2016 to April 2016, we get the Phantom 4, which is obviously an overhaul to the design, as well as a step up from the Phantom 3 series. About 6 months later, in November of 2016, we get the Phantom 4 Pro, along with the Phantom 4 being discontinued as far as production goes, and the Phantom 3 being discontinued entirely. 6 months later, again in April of 2017, we get the Phantom 4 Advanced, which is that middle category or that middle drone between the Phantom 4 and the Phantom 4 Pro. Now, although the dates don't necessarily match up, we basically have the same iterations of each drone. The original Phantom 4 matches up with the Phantom 3 Standard, and then from there, the Advanced and Professional models line up perfectly. Aside from the release dates of the Phantom 3 and Phantom 4 series, I quickly want to run through a comparison of the specs between all of the Phantom 4 drones. For this portion of the video, on the left we will have the Phantom 4, in the middle we will have the Phantom 4 Advanced, and on the right we will have the Phantom 4 Professional. Our first comparison category is the camera, and we'll notice that the Phantom 4 Advanced and the Phantom 4 Professional basically share the same specs as far as this camera goes. Now the step up from the Phantom 4 to the Phantom 4 Advanced is fairly large. We notice that we now have a 1-inch sensor. We have the ability to shoot with 20 megapixels when we shoot our stills. We also have an adjustable aperture between f2.8 and f11, rather than having that fixed aperture at f2.8. We also have a brand new codec version, which is H.265. Also the ability to shoot at 4K and 60 FPS. And then finally, this is the same across the board on all of the Phantom 4 drones. We are able to shoot at 1080p and 120 frames per second. The next category that we have are the sensors of the drones. Now, unlike the professional version of the Phantom 4 that has forward, backward, and downward optical avoidance, as well as the side infrared sensors used in specific flight modes, we will notice that the original Phantom 4 and the Phantom 4 Advanced only have forward and downward optical avoidance without the backward sensors or the side infrared sensors. While we're on the topic of sensors, we'll notice that the Phantom 4 Advanced will be able to fly at 36 miles per hour, just like the professional version when you're flying in P mode. Now the Phantom 4 is only able to fly at 22 miles per hour in P mode, and this is due to the upgraded sensors found on the Advanced and Professional versions of the Phantom 4. The final little category that I have here is sort of a miscellaneous tab. So first of all, I want to highlight the frequencies. We'll notice that with the Phantom 4 as well as the Phantom 4 Advanced, we are only able to operate in a 2.4 gigahertz frequency, while on the Phantom 4 Pro, we can operate at either a 2.4 gigahertz or a 5.8 gigahertz frequency. The next thing that I want to highlight are the controller options. We'll notice that with the Advanced and the Professional versions, we have the option between the traditional smartphone holder as well as the built-in display. With the Phantom 4, we can only get the smartphone holder version and not the one with the built-in display that is super bright. The final category that I have is the price category, which is obviously a big player when it comes to buying drones. We'll notice that the increment going from the Phantom 4 to the Phantom 4 Advanced is $150, and again, going from the Advanced to the Professional will be another $150. We also see a jump of $300 if you'd like to get the option of the controller with the built-in display. To sum up everything that I just said through that comparison, the Phantom 4 Advanced loses the 5.8 GHz frequency band, the rear vision sensors, and the 2 infrared sensors from the Phantom 4 Pro model. The reason that it costs more than the Phantom 4 or the original Phantom 4 is due to its addition of the Phantom 4 Pro's camera. Now that we've gone over all of the specs, the prices, the release dates, etc., let's go over some of my opinions as well as some of my thoughts on the Phantom 4 Advanced. Now obviously, as I said in the beginning of this video, it's a Frankenstein of the Phantom 4 and the Phantom 4 Pro. It's that mixture that creates that middle tier drone of the Phantom 4 Advanced, and I'm in this middle position where I both love it and I hate it. Now obviously it's great because it gives you this great camera from the Phantom 4 Pro in a less expensive package, which will appeal to a lot of other people that might not be able to afford the Phantom 4 Pro. But think about it, for $150, you're losing the 5.8 GHz frequency band, as well as the sensors on the front, or the sensors on the back, as well as the sensors on the sides. Another reason that I'm not that big a fan of the release of this brand new Phantom 4 Advanced is strictly due to the Phantom 5. Now, as we know, with the upcoming DJI event, we were expecting to see the Spark, and I speculated maybe even the Phantom 5, but with the release of the Phantom 4 Advanced so close to this event, I would have to say that there's almost no chance of seeing the Phantom 5 at this upcoming DJI event on April 23rd. I would say that we'll probably have to wait another 6 months until November to see a refresh or a total redesign of the Phantom series. Now, I could totally be wrong. We have seen in the past that DJI has released products or brand new Phantom drones within a month of each other, as the Phantom 3 Standard was released in March of 2016 and the Phantom 4 was released in April 2016, but I just don't think that DJI would come out with 2 brand new Phantom drones in over or a little over 1 week. With that being said, I won't be going out and buying the Phantom 4 Advanced, as I do have the Phantom 4 Professional, but that doesn't mean that a lot of people out there won't be enjoying this drone. I think that it will appeal to a lot of people as it is a little bit cheaper, but also has the great camera of the professional version. So again, I'm not saying it's a bad drone at all, but I think that with the release and the just whole timing of it, it's really pushing the Phantom 5 back, and that's something that I'm really looking forward to. So guys, this was a quick little video. I figured I'd cover it, as I do try to cover everything DJI on this channel. I'd love to branch out to other companies, but as for right now, I figured I'll stick with DJI as they seem to really be leading the drone industry. So guys, anyway, this video is coming to an end. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new around here, as I have been trying to upload daily. Also, leave me a comment down below letting me know what you think of the Phantom 4 Advanced. I would love to hear what you guys have to say, as again, some people will have different opinions than I do. So guys, as I said, this video is coming to an end, and as always, I'll talk to you later. Peace.